That's the sort of spirit United will need tonight. A little bit of devil. Big night for that young man and his heroes as well. United with plenty of support here, looking for their first win in 5. Norwich City have won 4 of their previous 5, and they'll go top if they win. Skipper Ian Butterworth is with us. A big one. However, you look at this, Ian, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably the biggest game of the season. It's a hell of an atmosphere out there, and we need to win to keep the pressure on.
Aston Villa skipper Kevin Richardson is also with us. From Villa's point of view, Kevin, what's the ideal outcome tonight?
Well, you wouldn't be pleased with it. For us, I think obviously we've got to go for a draw. But I just hope it's a good game. Entertaining is the most important thing.
We'd settle for that. 2 of the top 3 in action here. Norwich is second. As I've said, they can go top. Ahead of Villa. Manchester United are lying 3rd. If Norwich won it, they'd open up a 5-point gap on Manchester United. Villa would have a 4-point lead. No Brian Robson in the United starting lineup. That was the speculation pre-match. Alex Ferguson has resisted the temptation. Andrei Kanchelskis plays instead of the suspended Mark Hughes. It's a smashing setup Norwich City have got here now. Tidy ground and a very tidy team to go with it. The unlikeliest title challengers for years. We were expecting to have seen the teams by now, but I think Ian, the war of nerves has started downstairs. Skippered by John Paulson in the absence of Ian Butterworth, who's with us tonight with the Villa skipper Kevin Richardson as we get this one on live here on the home of football. Match commentators Andy Gray and Ian Darke.
Thank you, Richard. For Norwich City, probably the biggest league match they've ever played in their 91-year history. They bid to go to the top for, would you believe, the 8th time tonight. For Manchester United, a game they dare not lose. If they do, the mathematics of winning the title would start to look extremely tricky. It's a game that's been sold out here at Carrow Road for a fortnight. The plot could scarcely be loaded with more intrigue. Norwich started the season as 150-1 outsiders. Continually, they've embarrassed their critics. Well, let's take a check on the teams. First of all, Norwich and Mike Walker fields the side which had that crucial 1-0 win over the other title contenders, Aston Villa, 12 days ago. That means the expensive deadline day signing from Bournemouth, Efan Akuku, starts on the bench, kept out by Rule Fox and Mark Robbins, who finds himself threatening the hopes and dreams of his old United teammates. Norwich now with a luxury of riches, Butterworth, Newman and Such all fit again when needed in the run-in.
Well, he's got probably more options now than he's ever had all season, Mike Walker. But what I think he's doing here, he's saying to these 11 that got a magnificent 1-0 victory against Aston Villa, it's yours again, boys. It'll be a 4-4-2 formation. It'll be the movement of Fox and Robbins that will be looking for to cause Manchester United problems.
Well, like Norwich, Manchester United have had nearly a fortnight off. Those 7 of their team were on international duty last week. With Mark Hughes suspended, Alex Ferguson, contrary to all reports this morning, does not recall Brian Robson. He's on the bench. Andrei Kanchelskis, the winger, comes in. 4 of this team, Schmeichel, Pallister, Ince and Giggs, were named by their fellow professionals in the PFA Premier League select team.
Well, it's quite simple to me how they line up, I think, Ian. With Andrei Kanchelskis preferred to Brian Robson, it seems to me that the number 10 will fill the right-hand side of midfield. Ryan Giggs will be asked to partner Eric Cantona, and that's a familiar 4-4-2 formation, which I think Alex Ferguson prefers.
Very steady team.
Well, there are many individual battles today, but I think Brian McClair's running ability and eye for goal from midfield are probably the main reasons why Brian Robson doesn't start the match. So that means that Gary Megson, apart from creating for Norwich, will probably be asked to deal with him defensively. How well he does this could well be crucial.
Referee is Tony Ward, an office manager with Mirror Group newspapers. Big appointment, this one, for him. And Ryan Giggs, so much has happened to him since he last put on a United jersey. That sparkling goal for Wales, and named for the 2nd year running as PFA Young Player of the Year. Probably the most talked about player in the country. Mark Robins up against his old teammates here. Will he put a nail in United's title hope?
Just a yard too far in front of the Frenchman.
Cantona has it again. He's so strong on the ball. Ince was forward of him, and he's still got it as well. He's sharp.
Well, we talk about Cantona's flair and ability, but it was his determination and strength in the tackle that was important here. You see, he tries a little bit of skill, but it's here when he shows tremendous determination that wins him the ball. And Lee Sharp's every right to take the shot on.
Eric Cantona, who was only 11 and a half months old the last time Manchester United won the title, and then I think ooh-ah was about all he could say. Here's Goss. Paulson getting it away. Crook. Norwich looking to build up in those familiar little triangles, so beloved of them. Culverhouse long. Aim towards Fox. Schmeichel is there. Sharp. That's nice from him. Cantona. And it's measured. The flag stays down. Here's Giggs. Still Giggs, it's going to be a United goal, and Ryan Giggs puts Manchester United into the lead.
Well, the Norwich City players are furious. They're down at the linesman in this near side, asking whether Ryan Giggs was offside. It's a very tight one when this happens. Sharp and Cantona combine. And it's here, and he plays the ball through. Look at Ryan Giggs, it's not there for me. It's a number 2, I think, Ian Culverhouse, who's the key to the move. Was he level? Was he just a little bit deeper than his centre-backs? He certainly didn't think so. But when he got through, you don't expect Ryan Giggs to miss, and he didn't.
It's the 10th goal of the season for Ryan Giggs. And everything he touches is turning to gold at the moment. If there'd been a Grand National winner on Saturday, a title too. Ince does well. Giggs, Leclerc, lovely movement from United, and Kanchelskis here is one-on-one. He's got Cantona square. He goes alone, and he scores. Andrei Kanchelskis with a remarkable goal for Manchester United really has put them into the box seat now.
Well, there was no doubt that there was not a question of offside here. Lovely silky stuff. Look at Chelskis' run. McClare's beautifully weighted passes. My one question mark, where was Brian Gunn? I fully expected him to be closing him down quicker than that. But apart from that, anything Ryan Giggs can do, so can Andrei Kanchelskis.
I thought the chance had gone here, Andy, when he went this wide and didn't play Cantona.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if he hadn't scored, Eric Cantona would have something not very pretty to say to him in French, I'm sure of that. But I just wondered that when the ball was played, I was looking for Brian Gunn. Goalkeepers were out there, and they must have been only 3 or 4 yards.
Look at Ince here. They've gone through again. Men in support as well. And here is Cantona, and that's 3. You can't believe this. Gunn is complaining to the linesman. He says it's offside. We have mayhem here, but Manchester United, incredibly, are 3-0 up, and Alex Ferguson is the calmest man in Carrow Road.
I bet he's not underneath. This must be beyond his wildest dreams. But what a magnificent driving run from Paul Ince. Just look at that. The Norwich City centre of the defence opens wide. Now it's here they're complaining. And it's not the forward pass they should be concerned about. It's whether Eric Cantona is in front of Paul Ince or whether he's level or behind him. You can't tell from that angle. But what a dream start from Manchester United.
And you've got to say it, they played some sumptuous foot. Norwich, so far, unable to create anything very clear-cut. Nedson, nice little ball, Will Fox, and so hard that he hit it that Kanchelskis could not. Indian winger, and Cantona nipping that away cleverly, looking up to see what's on his Sharp. He wasn't far away, was he?
He was not, and again the instigator Eric Cantona.
Culverhouse. United with 9 players behind the ball. Cross for Robins, goal for Robins against his old club. Well then, how does that change things? United caught out. And Mark Robins, well, he'll remember that one against the club where he spent 6 seasons.
but it's only just lazy defending, Ian. We've got plenty of bodies in there, you can see that. Robbins is one yellow shirt amongst 4 red ones, and all he's done, he's got himself behind Steve Bruce, a free header. Little Robbins doesn't miss many of those.